Okay, here we are, section 1.6. We're going to talk about rational numbers, and specifically adding and subtracting rational numbers. So we're going to talk about, in this section, adding and subtracting rational numbers. We're going to talk about rational numbers in general, kind of definitions. We're going to talk about simplest form, and then converting to a decimal. That's going to be probably the first video. Second video is going to be adding rational numbers. Maybe a third video as well, and then fourth video is going to be subtracting rational numbers. So here we go with just kind of rational numbers. So if we're talking about rational numbers, let's see, we're going to talk about rational numbers as the definition. All right, please let me write. Thank you. Rational number is a quotient or ratio. That's where we get the rational part. Ratio, rational number. Quotient is a fraction, basically just a fraction. Quotient means fraction. Some a part over a b part, where b can't be 0. So essentially we've got a over b, and I apologize, Smart doesn't really do fractions really well, so this a over b is the same as right there, a over b. B cannot be 0 because we cannot divide by 0. It's just not defined in mathematics. But we've got some a part over some b part. All these are fractions. All these are ratios. All these are rational numbers. And you'll notice that here, 8 over 1 is usually called 8. But if we call 8 over 1, if we call 8 8 over 1, then we can say that it enters into the rational numbers. If we call it just 8, 8 would be a whole number, could also be an integer. But if we want to call it a rational number and kind of stay within the realm of rational numbers, then we can call it 8 over 1. So therefore it kind of begs the question, is 6 a rational number? Well, 6 is right now not a rational number, but if we write it as 6 over 1, or I sometimes do this, write that invisible divided by 1 sign, then 6 over 1 sure enough is a rational number, so 6 is a rational number. So just keep that in mind. Sorry, rational number in simplest form. If we're talking about simplifying a rational number, we can talk about, hang on a second, I skipped a page, did not, okay. Rational number, remember, it's in simplest form when there's no common factors, numbers that multiply to get a product, in the numerator and denominator. So if we take a look at this bar on the top and this blue bar on the top, this green arrowed bar on the bottom, we can say that these shaded areas represent essentially the same area of this whole bar. So we can say that 4 over 6, we can rewrite, if we wanted to rewrite 4 over 6, we'd call it 2 over 3. And how would we do that? We'd say, well, let's see, I'd factor 4 to be 2 times 2. I'd factor 6 to be 2 times 3, and then I'd separate the 2 times 2 and then 2 times 3 to make it 2 over 2 times 2 over 3. We're kind of multiplying backwards. But now this 2 divided by 2 becomes 1. 2 divided by 2 is 1, so that becomes 1 times 2 over 3. 1 times 2 over 3, and that 1 just kind of disappears then, because 1 times anything is that number. So 2 over 3 is the same as 4 over 6, and that's essentially how we reduce or simplify fractions or rational expressions. We'll see rational expressions later on that we're going to simplify, and if we've got rational expressions as just numbers, then this is how we do it. So usually we don't do this method to kind of factor things out kind of the long way, but you know what, we do this the long way to show that, well, that's how we kind of do things. So what is 15 times 24? Well, 15 times 24, if we do it the long way, 15 times 24, sorry, 3. 15 is 3 times 5. And we look for a common factor down here in 24 that we factored out up here. 3 and 5 are prime, so 24 is 3 times 8. 3 divided by 3 is 1, and we can say that now we've got 5 over 8. And that's how we reduce fractions. Essentially, we just kind of rewrite things in terms of prime factors. 18, let's call 18 2 times 9. Let's call 30 2 times 15. 2 divided by 2 is 1. They cancel out. Factor, reduce, simplify. It's all the same. 9 times 15, well, we can still reduce that. 9 is 3 times 3. 15 is 3 times 5. 3 divided by 3 is 1. What's left over? 3/5. Done. I've simplified, I've reduced, I've factored out, I've canceled out. All those kind of mean the same thing. So there's simplifying fractions. If we're talking about writing fractions as decimals, I'm going to, you know what, we've got a 5-minute video already. I'm going to call it quits here and come back to that in the next video.